shows with a Philly entrepreneur. Boom, what it do?
Oh, yeah.
What's happening? Yo, we're back like we never left. Let's start off the show like we always do with the shout outs by Butcher Name or City. Too bad it's already tobacco acts, and we keeping it 1,000 wow. Six from Germany. Razor Shamon from Ireland. Shane Byrne from Dublin, Ireland. Deshaun Lee from Melbourne, Australia. Ty McPherson from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, Canada. Wrestle Mobs from Dublin, Ireland. Luke Davies from Walsall, England. Lucha Lockup, San Antonio, number one pro wrestling fan, Deltona, Florida. Real MF Graps, Los Angeles. A. Takerson, or
Hello, Daniel.
Akerson, that's A.K. Akerson, Austin, Texas. Drumming Poppy, representing the Tamboys from King City, California. Chuck and Justin, the twins from Brunswick, Georgia.
Oh, Brunswick, Georgia.
Yeah.
You know what that is, right?
I'm not sure.
That's where they chased down the black kid. Yeah, right. So what if there were like twins?
Something to do with it. I mean, the twins have something to do with it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. They were chasing too. Right?
Yeah. Louis Bonk, originally from Michoacan.
Let me get something. There is hang on. I want to make a point here. Have you ever had Brunswick stew?
No.
Okay, Brunswick stew is absolutely delicious. I can't find anywhere that sells it. Okay, but
I said her shit is private.
The tomato-based stew generally involving beans, vegetables, and small game meat such as squirrel or rabbit. But oftentimes they use chicken, right? But basically, it's like barbecue with beans, veggies, and like corn and stuff. And listen, bro, it's kind of like.
Now, what type of meat when you ate it was in it? Rabbit or squirrel or what?
Well, I ain't invited to this. The old fucking well.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do.
Virginia and Georgia. Both to its birth in Brunswick County, Virginia, and the city of Brunswick in Georgia, claiming it was developed there. So there's actually this is two completely different parts of the country. I just used the name Brunswick and
do they use different ingredients or same one?
Well, I would say it's definitely Brunswick, Georgia. Because Brunswick, Georgia's down near Savannah. And it's kind of like you make Brunswick stews like crab oil and stuff. Or like it's like like you have Brunswick stew, crab, grilled crab, that's how you like yeah, so I definitely think it's Brunswick, Georgia.
Louis Bonk, originally from Michoacan.
You're gonna be with potatoes, lima beans, corn, okra, some other vegetables in there and meat. But the lima beans, corn, and okra are the main ingredients put there with the tomatoes, the tomatoes and stuff.
Sounds like a nice
dish. It's delicious. I love those.
You can't find that in Vegas, right?
No, and there are no southern places to make it. I gotta make it on my own.
Do they have any southern? They have
southern. There's a couple of these southern places. There's one of them living with.
Okay, let's say I'm a guy that lives in Vegas. I transplanted from the south. Where would you recommend they go?
This place is under ale.
All right.
Something for southern food.
Let's see what I can do.
Alright, so if you southerners in Vegas looking for some food.
Actually, there's another southern soul food place. Okay, in Vegas. Listen how stupid this restaurant is.
All right, let's see if we can get 2 more people in.
Imagine this, you're a restaurant, you're open to business, you don't take any bills over $20 and you don't take credit cards. I was like, what is this? Because there's a mom I was like, well, what are you going to do here? I got a credit card, I got something I can't eat here.
Another person coming in.
You change. I just food, I'm not going to really change. I want to eat. They don't take bills over $20.
Okay. Oh, look like we got a full crew.
Louis Bonk, originally from Michoacan, Mexico, Los Angeles, Bay Area super fans, San Francisco, Greg from Los Angeles.
All right, let's do it, y'all.
Steve Gray, Miami, Rose is a governor of New York, Eric Reyes, Chicago, Family, California, Jigsaw Puppet, Zanesville, Ohio, the Rice City, JWGWYW from Kingsport, Tennessee. Ricky Kelsey, Amarillo, Texas, that promotes wrestling in Lubbock, Texas. It's called Squared Circle Pro Wrestling. Bobby Moros from Buffalo. David Brown, originally from Virginia Beach, now in Shady Springs, Westerville. We got our Patreon member. I want to shout out Tim Wiggins in Michigan with us here. For the Patreon members, talking about our Patreon members. Patreon, that's where we make some real paper and gotta be a formulaic. We bring entertaining, both informative KONNA, that we find an extra audio video that they put on the show. We record a live. We do musical segments and we go from the
It is very nice to meet you, Bandana. Move.
Nice meeting you too.
Ma'am, if I may ask, where you coming from?
Just got home from work in Michigan.
Oh, man, it got me. Fucker ambushed me. Oh, okay, okay. You from Michigan?
cool, your social media, like your t-shirt photo, anything that you also and that's even the opportunity, well worth it, especially for that stuff. You know them too.
If you've got any questions or the help or any recommendations for the practical application, I'll just acoustically seal the information. You can send those to the person that you part of the musical selection for those of you that are new. What we do every now and then, we have to check. So if you produce, upload, sing in a song, play an instrument, or wants to hear it and critique it, you need to play one of the person that you would want. If you make the letter short, usually the group of them
Come on, girls, y'all got this.
information on Patreon. We've also got a very YouTube channel that I took a month off of Facebook one with Joe. We've also got a very popular YouTube channel on TikTok. Click the date and yourself or any Irish the day. That's available in a edition. We get that great thing. Thank you very much for your support. Hey, Princess.
Oh, man.
YouTube count is at 53,800,000 plus. There's now well over 100 completely uncensored videos for YouTube members. This includes a private chat room, which means zero control, zero interruption. Share this between the 1 and 2. You can follow the show and what's going on on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Anything to that, Joe?
Always up and stuff on Facebook now. Ads in the videos, like put out banners, cameras, stuff like that. Before I would just link YouTube. I wasn't doing it myself. So now I actually take the videos, I put them down, and upload them for our subscribers and the people that follow the Facebook page. So lately I put up Tony was doing the channel, I put Twitter.
Yes, I did. You want to repeat the comment, check. You want to see some comment?
Yeah, it was a Tony.
Be careful.
I pointed that out.
So that one up recently. I also put up a back and forth between Tony and the Philippines at a time. The Disco versus Chris Benoit. It's a highly regarded for Chris Benoit. Also, as well as Tony's Micro JP versus Dennis Quinn. All these videos available at Facebook.com.
I see it.
Any other time.
We've also got JJ Claxton and Chris Nathan who are doing a really good job on TikTok. They handle like this.
I start doing bumps at that fucker. I know where it's at. Good job, baby.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive instead of India. Because Progressive offers discounts for taking in full. All you do is you. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it. So your dollars go where you Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company in Florida. Potential savings still there. Not available in all states, but it's insured. What breakfast mean? What you doing with doing with kids? You just can't get to the first one.
Come on. Then she got chicken. Come on, you bastard. You don't want to be my friend? There she go. Oh. Oh.
it's you've got to be able to go in the line, in the line, and get over with the crowd, and you're in coma. I mean, I'm not saying you got to go 15 minutes to back over, Joe, but I think it's just a movie. I mean, you know, it's just a thing. You know, the guy that's going to the best promo in the company,
Got this.
Yeah, he couldn't talk. Yeah, he wasn't. So, like, if you apply yourself in practice, like, I sometimes think that these guys, instead of practicing moves, and you got to do, but many of the things they should do is just freaking get out of the quarter and just do 20 promos a day. Then you go look at that. You just like learn moves, learn confidence, and learn stories from yeah, that's anything with MJF is that you just
Get it off my girl.
didn't feel like something that they would be doing.
I don't do get you, can it? Come on, motherfuckers. Y'all need to stay hitting. Unless you really know what you're doing.
trying to see how good story that they could do. So yeah, I think they could do it. I don't think right now is the right time. I think maybe the community maybe I think 240 maybe.
All right, all right.
Maybe it's tricky, like when I think about that, it's a dramatic the biggest one is WWE. They will, when they were doing they become really quick. And then WWE stepped up. WWE stepped up. We look at even as a real it's the part to say don't get that feel of the way that people would say. They just don't they come off like a little bit they almost like a pure this just feels so big to me.
Yes, it is. This is GTA Online, my friend.
Haven't played it in a long time.
Hope you get back to playing it, because I love to team up with you. And I'm on PS5, just to let you know. PC. Good job. I distracted him and you took him down, baby.
He's at the age and stage where he's like and like they said, like my age there, maybe we want you to be a producer. And stage, maybe that's the right thing for me. That's what we're going to continue with. But I don't see that. Like, guys rarely do it today. Whereas guys usually don't do
Oh. Oh man. Come on, bastards. Handicap. Stick on him. Yeah, good for you. Good for you. I like Rick.
What do you think it would take the age of
Got him.
So that's basically the story.
Here's another question. People very boring here on Patreon. Jose from the Inlet Empire. Hello, Mr. Nelson. Didn't Juicing is also good at shows that? Who is the next big star coming out of the match? They're all in AEW, basically.
Well, I mean, like as far as like, really juicy and really raw is really good, but I think both of them took a step away. You know what I mean?
Get up here with us, man. Hurry up, hurry up. Yeah. Where they at, yo? Where they at? There you go. Damn right it's over. We taking you motherfuckers out. Man, you know you like it. You know you like it. That fucker's moving. No, we shot that fucker. Got his ass. What you bringing all these people for?
you have everything. This is the guy that we just want to keep it. And the reality is, we do just have to let the people. We made it like that.
That is good. Okay, so Jason Turpin from Mitchell, North Carolina. Dave, what is your opinion of AAA English shows?
Are we learning jobs?
Yeah.
Okay, so the problem is that like it's always hard to and everything like that. So
What you doing, girl? Get somewhere and hide. Oh! Yeah, both of our asses.
Wasted.
That shit sucks, man.
So I'm only getting, 30 to 50% of what we get experience.
This is from Beto Garcia. Jim Cornette says that you and him are no longer friends. This true and the really good you got
Where she? Oh, this is what she be here. I know that. What? Right in front of you, baby doll. We are the hard days, son of ball.
This guy's going to be really man, forget it. I'm going, man. Get back.
What do you think? Like, give me your opinion on both shows.
I listened to the show, I heard you guys' mistakes, and you and I like a lot of the same type of content, meaning I don't do necessarily care for the matches, because I've seen all the matches in the league. I like character development, I like promos, I like people who can command an audience. And those are the guys I studied growing up. Flair, Razor Ramon, guys like, Rock, Dusty, Piper, larger than
just like us.
It's guys, it's a star-driven industry. And it's cool that you can look. They used to make us work 1 hour, call it in the ring, but Rick Rogers would beat our ass. So you learn how to work, you learn how to call it in the ring. But
what helped me make ultimately get to WWE. It's not anything like the way it was. It was the promo, it was the character development. So to circle back to your question, I think WWE's on fire right now. And if you look at how many guys that they have that are over, I mean genuinely over, you know, it's top to bottom. Like they're putting out great content on a weekly basis. And I gotta think that it has a lot to do with the old man not being there.
Oh, of course.
And I used to hear
Welcome to the Mammy.
guys were creative with guys. You know what I mean? Guys who have really good ideas. Not just
But those girls are whooping butt.
who had great ideas who were not alive. So those ideas never saw the light.
Well, this one she had herself.
One person didn't like
Got a lot closer.
So I love what I'm seeing right now. You know, I grew up a fan. I didn't become a fan when it got through. So the first time I saw wrestling, I want to say it was actually Mid-South. Where it was like growing up in Chicago, I had all the syndication. So I got to watch.
Oh, you get to see all that too. Yeah, because in Atlanta, I saw 7 hours TV from all of the thing on Saturday nights in the DS. That's right, yeah.
And Sunday was all wrestling.
Yeah.
That was it. I didn't
Like
have
13 hours combined I was watching.
pretty good.
Yeah.
So I got to watch the territories before I was even introduced to WWF. So I grew up on that gritty wrestling, you know, Jim Crockett promotions. And
More coming your way, Deluxe.
And AWA.
That's a big.
True story. My dad and
Watch out for her.
in the 70s used to go to the AWA here, get the name of the field. They used to win Chicago every month. And my dad and uncle stopped going the night that some fan shot at Mick Bockwinkel and Bobby Heenan. I don't know if you guys didn't know that story. Fan shot at Bockwinkel and Heenan. And my dad, they stopped going after that. But to this day, my dad's 85. And he comes over every week. And I'll put on Raw.
Oh.
Watch the watch. And he can't see anymore. So it's great. So I have to like give him a play-by-play, lose in the ring. Yeah, you know.
So let me ask you a question. So you grew up probably in the same era me and Disco did, in that you were still a fan when like wrestling magazines were out, right?
100%, yeah.
Okay. Remember that you read the wrestling magazine every week that it came out, and they always had the rankings from WWF, AW, the top 10, right?
Most hated, most loved. Most hated, most loved.
Okay. Tell me one or two wrestlers, and I'll start. Tell me one or two wrestlers that you always saw in the magazine, but he never came. Maybe Chicago is different because you said he had all that syndication. He never came to Chicago, so you never saw him. Like for me, I always used to read about how great Bruno Sammartino was. He never, ever came to Florida. And the other wrestling I watched was from California. He never went there either. You know, like who's somebody that you will always see in the magazine, but you never got to see?
I mean, I think because I got to see him on TV, nobody really comes to mind.
Wow.
You know, and forget Chicago, bro. Like,
Yeah.
hotbed for wrestling. I mean,
Right.
they started airing wrestling in the 50s. It was from here.
Right. Like
If you
Mont Theater.
DuPont Network or some shit like that.
Yeah.
In the late 50s, I think.
Do you remember? I'm sorry.
No, I just think I'm very fortunate because of where I grew up.
Yeah, like
When me growing up, I was always intrigued when these guys would come around. Is when you had like a few of the Sheik and Maniac Conquerors, because they were like crazy, you know, like they were like animals and stuff. And like, bro, like I was back then, 13, 14 years old. Like those guys were kind of like there was kind of like for fans a fear.
And not only that, there was an excitement, and I don't know if you ever went to any wrestling shows, but I'll tell you something about me. Bro, me and my friend, and we maybe were 10 or 11, the Sheik was going to fight Abdullah the Butcher, okay? Now I lived way, you don't know Miami, but way with Orange.
Miami Gardens?
No, it was in the Miami Beach Convention Center, okay? And I
you
lived
gonna
all
do?
the way like near the Orange Bowl. And so you had to take two bus transfers. And I remember the whole time there, we had an autograph book, we had, pictures, we were excited. You know, and bro,
Good job, baby. Good
in
job.
that place, because back then, if you remember, you thought it was real. You know, and it was like, oh my God, that's Abdullah. Look at all the shit on his head. You know, all the scars on his head. And it was just, and another thing which was funny, just to show you how wrestling's changed. I used to love the heels, so I asked Dick Murdoch for his autograph, and he told me to go fuck off. No, they're not gonna, right? No heel's gonna do that today, because you might bury him on social media. You might not buy his shirt. You know what I'm saying?
So Vince used to pull us aside because Mongo would never sign anything, obviously because he wasn't just a heel, but he was a beast, like Abdullah, right? And I didn't want to, if he wasn't going to sign, I wasn't going to sign. And Vince pulled us aside and he was like, guys, make sure you take care of the fans. Like, he was like, it's not, I forget what he said, but he was like, it's not like back in the day. Make sure you sign for them, you know what I mean?
Right, you don't want to turn them on, kind of.
Well, he was telling everybody he was entertainment.
Right.
But that's not like, but Vince is, you watch the Vince documentary, right? So I mean, obviously, like, bro, he like, bro, like, it's kind of funny because, like, you know, people would think that, like, if, like a guy like Dave Meltzer is, like, exposed to this, you know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe he's more responsible for it. But, bro, Vince McMahon, like, he turned wrestling upside down because, like, you saw in the documentary, when he first competed, he did the thing that you're not supposed to do. I'm going into your territory to compete against you. And then he came out and told him it was just entertainment. You know, it's like all the other wrestling promoters look at each other and go, what on earth are you doing, dude? We're supposed to do real, we're supposed to, like, you know, and then turn it upside down, but what did he do? He drew a whole new bunch of people in to watch the product because it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't.
Get off the fucking phone.
This is what we're providing, you know, so I mean,
It's a global phenomenon, and they make more money now. Europeans significantly less states. I'm very happy that they can make their money working TV and pay-per-view or whatever they call it.
Sports around the world are envious of the way Vince has a global footprint all over the planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go, like, you know, it's like, it's really kind of like maybe like that. I suppose like the NFL and like the English soccer league are like pretty much the only two of the things that you compete globally with. Like, they're just like the whole planet is like watching. You know, when you can go to Brazil and you go to Ecuador maybe with the but it's still not even everywhere.
With the Netflix deal, it's only going to expand their global footprint.
Oh man.
I think they're just getting started now. That's why Netflix shelled out all that money.
And you know, Oz, what a shame how his career ended. But what a maverick. Because he went against everything that this business was predicated upon. Stay in your own territory. Respect it. Fuck all that. Right? And then he was smart enough to understand, okay, maybe in the 40s, 30s, and 50s, I could get away with saying it was fake, but people don't believe that anymore. And he went, and when he said this is now sports entertainment, which is like in the early 80s, I was like, fuck, that's the end of this business. But no, people now appreciated it more because I think now they saw it more like what it is, an art, because it isn't really a sport. And they were like, you know what, man? It's like a movie, right? Scarface didn't get shot at the end, and he isn't even accusing. But the movie was good, the dialogue was good, the ending, everything was good. And it's just a little mini movie, you know?
And people want to be entertained at the end of the day.
Right.
People want to be entertained at the end of the day. I have friends, lifelong friends, who I'll ask them, you know, kind of like, what's your favorite day of the year? And these guys, without hesitation, it's not Christmas, it's not their birthdays, it's not their anniversary, it's not the birth of their kid. They will say WrestleMania.
Wow. Yeah, it is. So I would say for a period of time, I think WWE turned it around though, but like when WWE wasn't doing well, the WrestleMania brand was even stronger than the WWE brand. Because whenever WrestleMania came around, there were still people that, as a habit, that was like their one trip that they do with their kids each year. Just go to WrestleMania, whoever it is. Like, you know, that was like your vacation. It was like that popular, you know. So, but I didn't think it like these days what they're doing with professional wrestling is that, especially the WWE, because I don't think there's any other television product on the planet that's better produced television than WWE. Because these guys are you watch a movie trailers coming out, and the trailers is like, wow, look at that. That's unbelievable. The movie is like, movie just $100, $200 million, right? Over the years, like, you guys can produce a hype video that's just as good as a movie trailer. It's like together, like, and like I think that's the magic. It's like it's the way that they basically got these, whoever these producers are just so brilliant at producing weekly content that's like next level. And I think a lot of TV is envious of that.
And it's not just what
Get him. No.
or whatever. It's Twitter, it's YouTube monetization, it's Instagram. I mean,
Everything.
It's collecting, bro. It's collecting handles of this. And people forget that this production, I always say that the WWE's production is actually a star of the brand. People that you talk about guys that have been there, like Ray's been there forever, Kofi Kingston, Triple H, John, like, there are so many people in the production team that have been at that company for 20, 25, 30 years. And they are the best of the best, whether they're the camera people, or the lighting, or the video, or the directors, or the producers. I mean, they have that component down, and that's why their product is light years ahead of anybody else's product.
Yeah, when you saw when they started doing during the pandemic, when they didn't have fans and they had to get creative with the way how you shoot this, they started using CGI in their entrances. They had like Riddle would come out and keep his flip-flops up, and they'd have birds flying up. But the funniest thing is, as soon as they merged with TKO, you watch the UFC. Well, now the UFC's using CGI in there, they're like they got married to the best television producers on the planet Earth. Like now UFC is like taking next steps. I've always wanted to like if I never wanted to do wrestling again, right? But I always wondered that if you got the wrestling producers to work with the UFC stuff, to maybe even like get with these guys and maybe almost develop a character out of it. Like these guys are kind of characters, but they're still just regular human beings. But I wonder if the UFC fighters they're out there for real. What if you were kind of like developed like a character? And then like a superstar type, like a comic book type character.
You guys are boxing fans, right?
Oh, huge, yeah.
You remember Prince Maxine?
Yes, 100%.
The magic carpet.
Yeah.
How awesome was that character?
Yeah.
If there's a guy who's a skilled boxer, okay, I saw him fight a few times, very skilled boxer, but his persona was greater, I think, than his skill.
Yeah, right.
And I'm still talking about this guy 25 years, 28 years.
And you're talking that shit, too.
He was good at that. Now imagine if the WWE or the producers or the creative team at WWE decided to go work with a few of the MMA guys on the UFC side.
Yeah.
Imagine how much more they would make off those personas, off the action figures, off the merchandise. They know how to create stars, man. They really.
I can see that happening for sure. Let me ask you one last question here. I don't know if this was you or if this was a song, but I heard this story, and I'm pretty sure once I tell you the name, you're going to know who it is, where Patrice O'Neal, remember the comedian?
Yeah.
Said that Vince was telling this Arabian guy, he goes, I don't want to do this. He goes, oh, you're going to do it, you're going to like it, or something like that. You know what story I'm talking about? He didn't want to do the Arabian character. Only ones I could think of was you and him. And he was just, let me see if I can find it.
Well, it would have been, I didn't play an era on WWE TV.
Oh, you're not a Armando Estrada, right?
I never said no. I was never like, oh, I'm not going to do this. Glenn, talk about how much bullshit you have to do. We all do.
I mean, the professional wrestler, you're a character, you perform the character out there, this and stuff, yeah. Not real.
It's real as the money.
Exactly.
I was going to say miles, but...
Yeah.
That fucking gotta be, yep. All y'all got left is that plane.
Is a travel to TV.
Stop buffering my shit.
I'm like, but you have no idea how you do that. Like, for example, think about this. When you were hot, right, with Umaga, right?
How many days straight were you traveling on the road, more or less?
The longest stretch we did, and remember, we didn't have it nearly as bad as you guys did, and nearly as bad as the guys in the 80s before that. But the longest stretch we did was 24 days, but that was with an international team.
That's still a bitch.
You know, with 21 shots in 24 days, over
No.
8 or 9, 8 countries or some shit.
Dude, here's the thing. Like, we'd be literally off the road 30 days a week, right? 30 within a month. Maybe 2 days off, which are not 2 days off. Half a day travel, half a day travel, half a day sleeping, the whole fucking day sleeping. Okay? But when you're on the road, you gotta get the gym in, the tanning in. You ride from town to town, fucking interviews. Bro, it's a fucking grind.
It's a grind, and I'm glad that they're at the point now where they don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Guys can have much longer careers, they're healthier, making better decisions, you know what I mean?
Right, because everybody's so beat up, everybody's fucking filled up. Now, before,
now it's like,
I know, before it's like people passing out in the hallway, the planes, getting dumplings.
I feel what I'll say is, it's good for the guys that have put in the work and they know how to work and they're not going to get lucky if they're only working 2 days a month. And then you mentioned the other company that's got a lot of younger cats that they don't have the repetition. So I don't know how you get good if you're only working 1 day a week when you've only been in business for 3 to 5 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If anybody these days can practice their match with the guy over and over and go out on the but you're not getting the reaction. It's like, what did you do? You know, so.
Yeah, but what are they going to what was the thing that you just brought up? I'm sorry.
One day a week.
Now if you see this kind of send like NXT guys to TNA to get them some reps.
Yeah, I mean, that's the important part of it. You know, like, look for the guys that are making the money that they're making working against the base. Good for them. Again, that's the other thing. They need those reps. And I used to feel so much better at the end of the week with how each was doing, whether it's stable or anything, than I did at the beginning of it. I started in this year, I was on good foot. You know? I didn't have that.
Right, but when you're just breaking in and you're getting a chance, you're not going to say shit. You're not going to make waves. You're not going to give them a reason to get mad, because they will.
No, absolutely.
So let me tell you real quick, before we get out of here. Nothing that's going to surprise you, considering who we're talking about. Now deceased comedian and former WWE writer Patrice O'Neal speaking to Opie Anthony, who was talking about Vince McMahon and the inexplicable triumvirate Tiger, Ali, Singh, D'Lo, Brown, and Chaz.
Yes.
This stable existed for one incredibly basic reason. The only thing funnier than one man in City has 3 men in City hat. Especially if 2 of these people wouldn't ordinarily wear a silly hat. Except it wasn't a silly hat, but rather a turban rightfully considered to their culture, sacred symbol of his religion. Singh, whose disgust for WWE intensified a lawsuit into racial views. He said that Vince told him it's a stupid thing. Shut up, the church. Get what I'm to do with the stupid turban. Singh tried once more to appeal to a side of Vince that simply did not exist, urging him that this was a desecration. You and D'Lo are going to put on these fucking turbans. I don't give a shit about desecration. Tremendous.
That's surprising.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If I would have heard anything but that, I would have been surprised.
I'll tell you a good story. I show up, I'm doing the speaking again. The first night on TV, I had a lot of verbiage against Flair. I interrupted Flair. I had a lot of verbiage. Some of it was in Spanish. And I actually called him a pendejo on live.
And nobody knew what it was and it slid through, right?
Nobody knew what it was.
Yeah, bitch.
So the next day, Johnny Ace called me. And he's like, hey, you can't say pendejo on TV. our Spanish affiliate needed to go and edit the work. Finish it with editing and production. So every week I come out, I was doing the gimmick, I was doing the accent. Yeah, this went on for almost a year. And then I remember one of the writers coming up to me, like I said, for a year. The writer comes up to me and he's like, Vince had a fucking meltdown in the production meeting. Like, what do you do? The guy says, Vince found out you weren't evil.
Right, so you don't have to motherfucker.
And I said, well, where do you think I was?
Oh,
And I guess somebody smartened him up, and the quote was, what the hell
fucking
is
same,
this?
man.
You know what I mean? I always remember. I thought I did a pretty good job if I could have the boss do it for that many.
You did a great job, because I thought maybe you were people, because you had the white hair, maybe kind of like Cuban, you know, the skin tone, the way you said Armando. What did you say?
Armando Alejandro Nada.
There you go. Most lands, mostly lands can roll their eyes like that. Yes, it yeah.
It was a blast, man. I got to work with Paul Heyman very early on. Paul believed in me and gave me the shot back then. Cornette was just having me do the stereotypical Arab guy.
Right.
And then when the shit went down and I had to change my gimmick, I started doing the Armando character on the house shows and dark matches for OVW. And then Heyman found out and put me on TV right away. And then within 4 or 5 months, I was on Raw.
Well, I worked with him in ECW. He was sharp in his hip as anybody we've met in this industry.
He gets it. He gets it like nobody else does.
And we gotta wrap it up today.
So give me Armando, real quick. Where can people find you if they want to interact with you or anything like that?
So I want to plug an event that I'm doing. I don't do a lot of independence, but I am doing a very interesting coming up December 7th, BlizzardBrawl.com. Blizzard Brawl is one of the largest independent shows of the year in the Milwaukee area.
Oh, that's what's his name runs it, but that does the thing with Matt out there.
Dave Hero.
Dave Hero, right?
Well, I went there last year. It's great.
Yeah, I work for Dave a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
But every year, he's like, every year, he's like, I'm going to put you on. I know I'm good. This year, I'm actually going to go up and I'm going to manage the son of Umaga, Zero Fox T.
He's getting a lot.
Okay, yeah, he's getting a lot of traction, right? His name's getting out there, right?
I'm going to be working with Zilla December 7th in the Milwaukee area, BlizzardBrawl.com. You can find me on Instagram at Leo Armando Estrada, and you can find me on Twitter at Leo Armando.
There's that coward. Get him.
Hey,
I saw this.
Boy, at Blizzard Brawl, I went there. Great time, classy place. You have a lot of fun.
Got all you got left is that plane.
Yeah. Treat everybody good.
Yeah.
Time that ticket's been taken.
All right, my friend. Thank you very much for being on. Keep it.
Thanks, Armando. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you for your time. Good stuff.
Real-time inspiration.
Exercise before. Great. These stuff that for joint pains, food, and helps support
those
the
things
natural
work.
anesthesia on.
It's very plain. It's for 6 months, the first 2 weeks. All the best. Mr. Chin. Sorry for knocking the Phillies out, Joe, but LFGM, let's effing go Mets. Well, the Mets, big step today from the Disco Inferno and the Mets today, from back in the bounce back.
You got the Mets tonight?
They already played. It's been 6 months, the first 2 weeks, or 6 months. And I knew they would come out. Yeah. The Dodgers, that shutouts 3 games in a row. I was like, I'm sorry, in baseball, statistically, you have to bet against them the next game. It's just like, that's a statistical anomaly. So the Jimmy Jenkins stuff, this is fascinating. Maybe because I don't get dirt sheets, and the only dirt sheet news I read is on Twitter, if it's posted. I don't really observe, I don't read, and I don't go on any websites. The only website I go on is ProWrestling.net, just how 15 years. I could not care less about following wrestling news. The only time I hear wrestling news is when I'm hearing what you described.
Especially from fanboys.
Exactly. So I'm not a thing. I don't care.
Where's the thing you had up, Joe?
I'm more interested in football injuries than I am about wrestling news. I think it's my favorite.
4-8 and Hutchinson, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so it's funny. I saw all this info come out about Jimmy Jacobs, and I haven't heard any of this reported before. Like he was the guy that was running the lower entry segment. It sounds like a lot of leaks are coming out to make him look bad. Okay, and I'm wondering where that's coming from. Because I've worked at, like I said, I've done a couple stints at Impact. I've worked at Jimmy Jacobs, I used to bury him 20 years ago, like, whatever, who cares. But when I worked with the guy at Impact, I thought the guy was a very good writer. Like he had a well-written show. The material that he gave me, I used like verbatim. I didn't change it. I didn't have to change a thing. I thought he does a good.
Let me ask you a question, Joe.
Job, and I was wondering why. I didn't know that he was like the writer.
There's one more left.
Show.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Joe. Who are the wrestling purists?
This is this is Mark son.
Okay, because the other day he put
that's
up some.
That's Hebrew.
Okay, well, he put something up on Twitter, and I said it was incorrect information. But anyways, so the first one, read it, Joe, and we'll go over.
Well, it says Jimmy was TK's right-hand man from 2023.
All right, well, how many right-hand men did he have? Because he had a few. He had a few. Okay, the next one.
He was a big reason for the rankings going there.
Very good decision, and I still see them. The other one,
Had no idea.
Know what you can do.
I do not believe that.
Probably.
No, but that's not exaggerated. Like, he had no idea that Okada's supposed to be the big superstar, like the greatest wrestler ever.
I do not believe that. Jimmy
I'm just saying,
shit, yeah.
he probably does, but I would sit there and say, like Jimmy Jacobs probably didn't think Okada was a big deal. But
Maybe that.
go ahead.
This said something different, so I had no idea who he was.
Yeah, that's.
Yo, I see that, Pastor.
Right,
Right.
right. Okay, next one. But supposed to be a lieutenant, so maybe he talks to Tony, and Tony tells him, who knows, go ahead.
Yeah, so he was not familiar with AEW.
He's setting up for the next thing.
Nor did he quite like it, apparently. So this is 2019 to 2022 AEW.
Get in line.
Real quick, when he left WWE, he was right there in the thick of things with the Bucks and Cody and all that at the beginning of AEW. He didn't join the company. Remember, he took that picture and it's on fire.
Right.
Now those guys outside of the rail. So he was responsible for the Learning Tree program. He created it, not Jericho. Every single Learning Tree segment was Jimmy Jacobs.
All right.
Because he was in the whole.
It was working. It was working, and Jericho liked it enough to do it.
Yeah, Jericho wasn't going to do it. But bro, Jericho's not going to do something he doesn't like.
Right, exactly.
Come on. He was pro.
I believe that because Jimmy was well.
Okay, next
Well,
is
he worked with Jericho in the WWE, so that's he liked, yeah.
on the list.
Yeah,
Jericho. Next.
MKO. So, full year 2023, the main event, and now it was booked, which everyone hated.
I have no idea what that was. So.
Did not want to push Daniel Garcia, found it laughable, but it came to pushing PG.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. There's nothing controversial. I haven't heard one controversial thing yet. But these are the things that their fans think is controversial.
Yeah.
Correct? Right.
So, he was apparently opposed to having potential win the ladder match with the TNT title.
Okay.
Right. That's
Look,
nothing
here's the thing.
important.
Jimmy Jacobs wrote the Fed. He wrote in that structure something he probably didn't give a shit about any of the AEW Dirty Darling guys on the show. He just wanted to write a show to try and get numbers that we see. He was probably fighting Tony constantly, the guys that Tony wants to push.
Yeah.
What he wants to do. So like, I would have to know what went on here. Jimmy Jacobs quit because like Tony wants to push these people that you're talking from New York. You've written with Jericho, you've written segments with Edge and all the big stars over there, and you're coming here and this guy wants you to make Daniel Garcia to talk to Steve Austin. And it's like, what are you like what would you? I would say the same thing. I mean, like, are you out of your freaking mind? Like, this kid is green. He looks like you can't put this guy on top and expect to draw numbers. We're getting $170 million for TV rights deals. We need to get numbers. You're not going to get them with this guy. And I bet Tony's keep wanting to shut this guy down. Not everybody trusts is like, fine, I'm done here. I thought that was what happened to me. I was that funny. That's what happened.
It says they were comparing Jimmy Jacobs leaving to Vince leaving career. So I guess,
so like all of a sudden now, 20 times brilliant ideas are going to be go unfiltered. We're going to have the show's going to be great.
Like how Vince was allegedly holding back certain guys,
Right?
Archaic ideas. Jimmy's being prepared to do.
Well, here's the one thing that the people that work at AEW, okay, and the wrestlers included, okay, a lot of them, they're probably the ones that are getting pushed. They're buying into this philosophy that's like, this is for the sick of it. And that's fine, but you might have a lot of people working there like, no, we need to expand our audience. We need to not focus just for the sickos. And I would not doubt that that's probably the internal war that's going on in that company. You should have some knowledge of stuff's going on there.
Yeah, let me tell you, just so you know, I don't read stuff and then call and try to find out. When I happen to talk to people backstage and I remember, I'll ask. But I'm going to go out of my way to ask because I am curious about this, and I'll tell you why. But when I worked with Jimmy Jacobs for the 3 years I was in TNA, and he worked very little on LAX. That was just basically me, Sanjay, and Jeremy.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Andrew was working with you too on that.
right, yeah. And so, and they were great.
Right.
But, you know, he was doing stuff with other people that, you know, whether it was Penta, Phoenix, or Ty, or anybody that had anything, you know, with ADR, you know, or with you. I saw how attention to detail he was, how smart he was, how professional he was, how important he was. So it's very hard for me to believe any of this bullshit. You know, he's a guy that I would like to have on my team if I had a fighting team.
Yeah, me too. I was like, you know, I wonder where he's going to go next. I wonder if he probably got a deal to go back to New York.
Or maybe working with Scotty.
Well, there's no way that Hunter, Triple H now being in charge, would be so petty that he would fire a guy for taking a picture with the Young Bucks.
Yeah, I think that was Vince.
Right.
He was always saying that Vince didn't like how he dressed either.
Right. That had to go. It's like, you know, I would people that they can this to go back there to the guys with, you know, they're going to get a good relationship. He's good working back there. But he wouldn't want to go back there right now.
Right.
Vince Russo. Vince Russo. Did you see Rikishi got fit to Vince Russo?
No, what happened?
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about it.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
So here's the rest that was, Jimmy was said to be Dynamo's operator prior week.
I don't think they have the top writer is Tony Khan. There's no way it's Jimmy Jacobs, and I can tell you that for a fact.
And also given AEW talent was listening to the Twitter space anonymously and essentially agreed to all these statements. And then it says another note, Superman or Peppermint
I can tell you that he's not the only guy. There's a lot of wrestlers and a lot of staff that feel the same way. Just nobody says shit because they're getting paid. Go ahead.
Peppermint had never watched AEW before she came on too, but is seen as a positive force in AEW due to her improvements in ownership.
Okay, let me tell you something about Peppermint. I don't know what she's contributed or hasn't contributed, but bro, they were so understood that anything we did was going to make them look better. The only thing that I've seen there that's been a good women's storyline has been the Tony Storm May thing. That was really good. And Willow was becoming a star before she got there. What else have the women done that you could call like really good?
I guess, yeah, that's it.
I mean, look, it's definitely the
You don't watch the show. I'm not you this.
I mean, Mercedes Benz brought in, she got Jen Peppermint as a rider, supposed to be the big baby star. The first three promos, she touches the heel. I don't know, like,
that storyline with Britt Baker was terrible.
But there was one good segment.
It started out great.
Right. It had one
Then
good
it's like,
segment.
I was like, what? How do you make this worse?
Well, like,
And then the girl got suspended, so she wasn't even on the show for like 2 weeks. Yeah.
Right.
Her days had nothing on it. It's not for advertised. But no one has said anything negative to him about Jake. That's basically allegedly burnt out. Alvarez corroborated and also said he did make it clear that he did not do nearly as much writing of the shows as people think he did. He was technically not in.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, he was technically not creative, but was an assistant to Tony, but he did suggest that deal. That's the whole thing.
Interesting.
Well, that's not a good thing that people, when they're leaving, will try to burn them like they did with Penta Phoenix and now with him.
Well, guess what? Guess what I'm probably not going to hear exactly what
Oh,
happened.
you son of a...
NDA.
Stay your ass in the back.
Somebody somewhere, bro, history will not be kind to him. Somebody somewhere that hasn't signed an NDA, one day will talk.
Did you see that?
I may be the first one. Yeah.
Okay, this is the next one. Affirmation. Hi, guys.
Hi, guy.
Subject is the boys. So recent interviews with the key interview and the Undertaker. During the interview, they were talking about the differences between now and back then. Made me think about all the different things that wouldn't fly now that would fly back then. What is this one? Are there stories you remember from your careers and things they've gotten out of hand, and some crazy things happen you'll never be able to talk about? Or maybe stories you can't talk about? Yes, this one is super annoying when people complain about you, how you interrupt people, because that is entertaining. Most of the time, what you're saying makes no sense to the other person. Maybe that's my way of trying
You
to.
let us get this
TPS Go Texans. Interesting. Oh, by the way, there was a vote supposedly in the Discord to the main. The mayor of K100 Court. Did you hear about this?
No.
They voted the Discord, and I guess it's called Nicole won or Bam? Who won, Joe?
So Bam won the election,
And then she conceded the election.
she conceded and returned the mayorship to the mayor.
Right.
I don't know
Okay,
if
but-
that's an elaborate ruse or
All right. I want you to go into Discord, and then all the Discord people that are listening to this to hear that I am not accepting the results of the election.
being contested.
Okay, I'm not. Yes, the election is contested. Number one, how many illegals voted in the? How many people that aren't American voted in the election? Okay, did we allow people that aren't from this country vote? And if we did, the votes can't be counted. So I'm nullifying the what do you call it? When the
No, that's too soon. Wait to the next.
So there is still no mayor. Okay,
So then what's the next step? You have to preside over and
I'll go into Discord.
you
next
check
week.
IDs and stuff like that.
I'll go to Discord next week. No, bro, just the locker room, like you could, the locker room had a like a man culture. A lot of ribbing, a lot of ball busting. Steiner's going to bully people, but it wasn't like
Oh, the guy hurt.
like the Steiner runs, that's what they do. They bully people, But it's like things like that just wouldn't people just get offended, and if you let the dirt sheet people get a hold of it now, they would like make outrage and tweet and write stories about it. It's ridiculous, Like the new thing, what it was the Fightful, they were talking, they're the ones that remember this thing about how all of a sudden now there's not a black representation on WWE or something. And I'm like, and Triple H was insensitive for saying he doesn't see color. And I'm like,
Everybody sees color. I don't understand that, bro. But anyways, here's the
he'd say like, I'm not booking based on color. I'm booking based on talent.
Okay, I could believe that.
That's
But
what
when I hear people say I don't see color, I'm like, that's ridiculous. We all see colors and nationalities.
God, let us get this one. Oh, this one.
Cat beer lol. Cat. Going to start my stream, or leave your run muted.
Hey, Cuban, got any more in there? I'm gonna have first sounding like a motherfucker. So I got one out the way. My teammates can be far more better than I am. Think I got it. Those tanks are the only ones left. Oh, come on. This is scary, scary, scary. One more left. One more left. Yeah! Oh, congratulations, team. I know all of us didn't make it, but we did that shit. I know y'all heard my damn screaming. That's what happens when I beat a survival, especially when it's really, really hard. My screams are louder than ever. And I can take this motherfucker off my bookmark.
Yeah, everybody knows that the 90s were a wilder time where you could get away with a lot more shit. Like, you know, even walking around a disco with his cock out, he would have been fired today. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't do that. You know, we did a lot of wild shit that we
really good there too. So I mean, it's just a different time. And right now, people are way more sensitive, way more easily outraged. A lot of beta cups that want, oh, oh, I can't believe he did this. All right, motherfucker, then don't look.
Or the amount of wrestlers that are offended by fan interactions. Like, that's the thing. Like, that would never have. Like, if you came back and were talking about
Oh God, man. No, I'm just regrouping. I'm gonna restore all my energy, my snacks, and my armor, and all this shit. Oh shit! I can take that off my bookmarks. Nori Crane. No, I'm about to close it out. Well, as soon as I do this. Norris.
So JD from New York, this is during the pay-per-view. Okay, JD from New York tweeted, Jimmy Jacobs resigned from AEW after 20.
It's 2 in a row. 2 days in a row I've beaten.
Something doesn't smell right with this.
So,
He is full burnout from what? What are you burnt out by? We're working 1 day a week with Tony. We're 1 day a week with Tony Khan making up a majority of the show and what he wants to see. The report also cited the split was amicable. Of course it was. That's what AEW wants to believe. Tony Khan hears and sees the discourse about how terrible his other product is, and he's done with the claim.
well, thank y'all for joining me. I'm closing this out now. Gotta grow.
I guarantee if you ask people there, everything is not great. Jimmy Jacobs was, by capital letters, fired, and Jimmy Jacobs is the scapegoat for quote unquote better television.
Hold up, folks.